Good evening and สวัสดีปีใหม่ค่ะ everyone. On behalf of the Bamboo Organization, I would like to welcome you to the Songkran Southeast Asian New Year celebration at the incredible Commonwealth Club tonight. I'm Tiffany, your MC for this evening, and I'm honored to be here. Tonight, we gather to celebrate renewal, tradition, and unity, honoring the many incredible cultures that make up our Southeast Asian community. But before we dive into the festivities, let's take a moment of reflection. As many of you may know, a devastating earthquake struck Myanmar recently, bringing loss and hardship to many. The impact has been felt throughout the region, including Thailand and nearby communities. So tonight, as we come together in joy, we also stand together in compassion. I invite you now to join me in a brief moment of silence to honor those affected and to send them strength, healing, and peace. Thank you. In moments like these, we're reminded of how powerful community is truly. And now let's talk about what we're here to celebrate. Across Southeast Asia, this New Year festival takes many forms. Songkran in Thailand, Tingjan in Myanmar, Pi Mai in Laos, and Chol Nam Tmei in Cambodia. Though the name may differ, the heart of the celebration is the same. A time to wash away the old, welcome the new, joy, gratitude, and hope. And that's exactly what we're doing here tonight together. We're also grateful of the Commonwealth Club for welcoming us into this beautiful space. And to our amazing sponsors and partners, including Michelle Mio, the Association of Northern Thai California, and so many more, whose support made this celebration possible. Let's give them a big round of applause. And now let's kick off this evening with a glimpse into the heart and soul of this event. Please enjoy a special video presentation on highlighting the impactful work of the Bamboo Organizations, how they support the communities that they proudly serve.
The Bamboo Organization is more than just a nonprofit. It is a movement, a family of changemakers dedicated to resilient empowerment and unity. Every action we take is rooted in compassion, justice, and the unwavering belief that together we can build a better tomorrow. At the Bamboo Organization, we believe that true strength lies in community. Like the bamboo, strong, flexible, and deeply rooted, we bend but never break. We stand firm in the face of adversity, growing together, nurturing hope, and uplifting those who need us most. The heart of our work is advocacy. We walk alongside survivors of domestic violence, providing them with the resources, support, and strength they need to rebuild their lives. Every story we share is a testament to resilience, highlighting opportunities, empowerment, and the potential for a brighter future regardless of challenges or social stigma. In times of rising hate crimes, we fight for those affected, ensuring their story are heard, their pain is acknowledged, and that together we work towards a future free from violence and discrimination. But injustice doesn't only take the form of violence. Through our Blessing Scam survivor cases, we expose fraud and financial abuse, helping victims reclaim their dignity and find justice. No one should suffer alone, and no one should fall prey to deceit. At our core, we celebrate the beauty of diversity. Our annual Pride celebration in San Francisco is more than an event. It is a declaration of love, equality, and acceptance. We amplify the voices of LGBTQ+ individuals, reminding the world that love deserves to be honored, protected, and embraced. Every individual deserves to be seen. Every story deserves to be told. Every heart deserves to be valued. While we fight for justice, we also believe in celebrating culture and heritage. Every year, our Songkran Southeast Asian Festival unites communities to honor tradition, share authentic cuisine, and showcase the vibrant spirits of Southeast Asia. Songkran is more than a festival. It is a time of renewal, gratitude, and togetherness. Through water, we cleanse away the past and welcome new beginnings. The Bamboo Organization is more than just a name. It is a promise to stand with those in need, to amplify the unheard, and to strengthen the ties that bind us together. But change doesn't happen alone. It takes all of us. This is your invitation to be part of something greater, to stand for justice, to uplift the vulnerable, to build a future where compassion is the foundation of our world. Whether through volunteering, donating, or simply sharing our mission, your support makes all the difference. Together we heal, together we rise.
Wow, what an inspiring video. Thank you, the Bamboo Organization. Let's give a big shout out again to the Bamboo Organization and all the wonderful volunteers for their hard work to make this celebration happen tonight. If you walk around, you will also see the volunteers with the bamboo badge. Feel free to connect with them, ask any questions, as they're also, and also don't miss the silent auction. You might have walked past the table with the silent auction. It's a great opportunity to support the Bamboo Organization and all the hard work that they do for the community. Now it's my absolute pleasure to welcome the one and only Michelle Meal, the true leader, the voice of the community, come up to the stage. Hi, Michelle. Thank you.
Oh, Sabai Pimai, Sawatdi Pimai, and I'm gonna miss the Khmer one, but my friends will help me with it once they get back on the stage. Thank you so much. We are so honored, so deeply humbled that you are all here today as our community to celebrate our culture and to celebrate one another, no matter our background, no matter our differences. And I can't thank the Bamboo enough for helping, inspire all of you to come in celebration with positivity, because we all know we need it. I'm going to move really fast because I know that you are eager to all hang out at the rooftop. We're going to have a beautiful reception, and we have a performance later, and it's going to be fantastic. You all are going to be doing something. I'm just giving you that fair warning. So be ready. You gotta take off your shoes, your earrings, your jacket. That's fine. Do it, because every single person in this room is going to be involved. We're gonna celebrate. There's gonna be great food up in the reception, the auction, like Tiffany had mentioned, and then of course the water ceremony, which is so special. Without further ado, let me introduce to you our special guests who will be sharing their stories with you, their lived experiences. So let's welcome our friends, Kenya Prak and Kesini Yip. There's another name. Come on, friends. Come on, Kesini. Okay, so Kenya's over here. We're gonna put Kesini in the middle because of your beautiful pink jacket.
Thank you.
Yes, happy New Year, everyone. Molly Pomavong could not be with us tonight. She got sick, so we know how that goes. Make sure you stay safe and healthy out there. But we're wishing her a happy New Year. Why don't we get started? I think what's so important is our sharing our migration story. And every single Southeast Asian person who's here in America has a special story of migrating here to the United States or identifying as an immigrant. I think that, I'll go with Kenya first, and then we'll walk down the line, and I'll be the one to fill in for Molly and share my own, migration story as well. So Kenya, go ahead.
First of all, thank you, Michelle, and thank you, Commonwealth Club, to make this happen. I really appreciate that, and the reason that I'm here is one thing, that the voice for the people, the innocent people around the world that have no voice. So that's what I'm here for. And then I just want to say thank you to everyone here. And it's because of everyone that make it to the next level. And before I start, I know it's tough for me. How I say it is 4 years surviving the genocide, Cambodia, and I don't know how I make it here. I have no clue. It just happened that I alive and have a voice, and I hope that the people. All the innocent people that lost their life, they're happy today. And thank you again, Michelle. And let me start this. 4 years under the Khmer Rule, back in 1975, I just was in a young teenagers, have no education, and know nothing about the world. And after I escaped to Thailand, here I am. I know nothing about United States. It's tough. It's tough. Everything that I try to do is tough. The language, the cultures, the customs, the food, the people. I have to relearn the whole thing. Everything I had to relearn because my culture is completely. Back in 1975, Southeast Asia, we have no technology. It's not like around the world that people is already hand-on. My country especially, we still riding a cow. And anything that we want to eat, we have to go hunting. And that's basically like that. And came here to United States and tried to fit in the costume. It's really difficult. But the only thing that, I'm a fighter. I'm a survivor. I try everything so make sure I fit American culture. And on top of that, I appreciate Americans. I appreciate this country that that allowed me to stay here and to do what I want to do, what I make it, for the people that lost their life around the world.
Thank you, Kenya. Thank you. Yeah, this year marks the 50th year of the fall of Saigon and also the Khmer Rouge genocide. And like I said, it's so hard to always look back every year. Is very hard to believe that it's been 50 years. We're going to come back to talking about surviving, those 50 years, but then also the next 50 years and what you envision for the future. Cassini, hi. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy Songkran. Sawadee ka.
Yeah. We all have a different story, and yours is the complete opposite.
It's going to be quite different. So my immigration story has to be, it has to start with my parents' immigration story, and they're out there in the audience right now. Dad holding up his camera as usual. Hi, Dad. He and my mom immigrated here, but in 1967 to Brooklyn, New York, to continue their medical education. And my mom is an OBGYN, and my dad is a pathologist. And I was born a couple years after that, and that's me in Brooklyn, New York.
So cute.
Yeah, pigtails. But talking about my immigration experience, even though they're the ones who immigrated, I am the idea of going across cultures and being in and out of different groups and feeling othered is not new to me, unfortunately. Imagine this. Imagine you're 5 years old, it's dark, and all of a sudden your mom wakes you up, and before you know it, you're on an airplane. There's a lot of turbulence, you're trying not to throw up, there's all these smells, all these sounds, and next thing you know, the plane lands and the door opens, and it's like, you ever open up an oven after baking a cake or whatever else? It was like that. And back then, we had the stairs that went down to the tarmac. Well, halfway down, my nose proceeded to bleed. And even though my parents spoke Thai to me through that entire time and sent me to Wat Temple for Thai school every Sunday, I refused to speak Thai. Now, it was, it was go time, right? And so I was there. My mom was there to drop me off to go to school, and no one else in the family, not grandma, grandpa, aunts, or uncles, spoke any English. So there I was, toughing it out. And, as it goes with kids, it's really tough when you're plucked out of something very familiar into a new surrounding, new foods, new smells, new people, new language, new culture, just like you said, new everything, right? And you try to fit in, desperately try to fit in. And, kids can be very cruel. Kids can be very unforgiving. Kids also, don't have a filter. And so, a lot about being, she's American, she can't fit in, there's no possible way. So I knew enough to know they were talking about me, but I didn't know enough to be able to speak back until a couple months of intensive tutoring from my uncle, who tutored me every single day after school until I became proficient and could speak and could communicate and then start sticking up for myself. So that was sort of early childhood. Anyway, if that gives a picture.
What was your first curse word? Fight back.
My first curse word?
Yeah, I mean, fighting back on the playground after you learned enough English.
Well, my uncle didn't teach me curse words. There were American curse words.
I understand, Thai culture, we don't share those. You never curse. Okay, I'll share my migration or immigration story, which is very in the middle of the both of you. I wasn't born here. My parents were refugees from Laos. And I'm sorry, I was born here. I wasn't born in Laos. But my parents
But it felt like it.
were refugees from Laos, yes. And so I decided to share this article that I found. My mom has kept this entire time. And it's an article from a newspaper in Swarthmore, Pennsylvania, that talked about how my family were refugees from Laos. It's horrible. Like, the names are wrong. They called them Hmong people from, Laos. And anyway, so here, I'll read something. It's a family escaped from Laos and spent 2 years in a Thai refugee camp where Tutu, that's probably my brother, was born before getting sponsored to bring them to the U.S. And they were sponsored by a Christian church and Christians. My dad died when I was really young, so I was 2 years old. And my mom, it was very traumatic. She's raising 5 young kids, 10 years and under, on her own. So she doesn't really talk about, my dad. And all I know is what this article tells me is that he was a mess boy at the refugee camps, which I find out that a mess boy is what the U.S. Army had called folks who entertained, the United States military at the camps. So he spoke English and French, and he was a musician. And so he covered like Michael Jackson, Foreigner, the Bee Gees. I mean, he's really cool. Yeah. And yeah, but growing up as a Lao American person and knowing that, my mom raised us on her own, doesn't speak any English, and we had to go through the entire system to really help her acclimate. I mean, till this day, she hasn't fully acclimated, but growing up was really, really, really hard. And I remember, the first time I had encountered the word alien, it was because I saw my mom's ID card as a refugee, and it used to say alien on the card. I don't know if anybody here in this room knows that, but today it's called a green card. Yep. For $5 million, you can get a gold card. But back then, it said alien. So I'd go to school, right, Kenya? Yep. I go to school, and kids would be like, "Hey, have you ever seen an alien, a UFO?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I have. My mom." And people thought I was so weird. And it was even worse when, they would ask, like, "Where's my dad?" And I would be like, "My dad's right here," because, my mom is Theravada Buddhist. And so she had always taught us every year, we go to the cemetery to go visit my dad. And we would be taught to talk to him, and she would tell us, like, he's with you, like, every single time, which is actually, like, really creepy. It's better when your parents are alive because you shut the door, you're growing up. But I some of my darkest secrets, I was like, "Dad, don't look." But then, I would tell kids, yeah, my dad's a ghost. So my mom's an alien, my dad's a ghost. Telling you, growing up as Lao American, really weird, really hard. All right, more stories to come. Let's jump into the fact that, right, like, as immigrants and refugees, though, we all have our special stories, and we all have those stories about understanding America. But there's something inside of us that doesn't just acclimate to the culture, and then you're all of a sudden like, okay, I'm going to leave, my Cambodian aside, or I'm going to leave my Thai, aside, or my Lao aside, right? And then there's a spark in you in which you're like, I am special because I want to do more for my community. Like, I don't want to just be a teacher, but I want to be like the best teacher for all the other kids that I could impact. Or I could be the best business coach out there so I can lift other Thai people. Or I could be the first Lao American person and queer on media to open doors for other young Southeast Asian queer women in media. Yes. I could do that too. So the question is becoming civically engaged or becoming community engaged. Share with us your why. Like, why you woke up one day and said, I'm going to do more than just become Cambodian American. Kenya.
Thank you, Michelle, again. And talking about the leadership, I want to appreciate Bruce Aggett. It's my friend. He's out there right now, and he's really one of the main person that try to build a community together. And as myself, like I said again, my English is not good. Back in Indiana, in the Bud, Indiana, back in 1980, I went to school, tried to fit with American culture. And absolutely, like Michelle said, I don't mean anything. They come to ask me, hey, where you from? I say, Cambodia. Where is that? I said, do you know Thailand? No. where's that, in Asia? I said, yeah, somewhere back there. So what they eat? What do you guys eat? I said, the first thing that I remember, we eat rice. I should tell them rice. That's what we eat, rice, And so those questions, and it's just like, wow, I'm here that people not even know where I'm coming from and what Asian look like, especially back in Indiana. I hate to say this, it's no Asian. It's only me. In the Burt, Indiana police, and it's a long story short, I'm a survivor again, and I fought in Thailand to make money, 17 cents a fight, American money, 17 cents a fight, and bring back money to the camp to support my family. So when I came to the state, I want to do what the best for myself, first of all, and at the same time, I always think about what can I have a voice for my friend. That's why I wrote my book called Black Stone Hands. This book is not to make money, believe me. You can make money from the not a number one selling book, but this book is represent all the people out there, especially my friend. Before they took them to kill, they looked me in the eye, and they have no voice. So I communicate through their eye that they beg me to help them how to save their life. As a kid myself, I'm scared to death because I don't know, they might take me to kill too. So that's why I just changed myself. I just said, I have to do something. I have to do something for a community and let them know that I'm not just a survivor. And I come here, opportunity for me, the United States gave me the chance and to have a voice. That's what I did. And so far, American is back me up, and I have a voice. And thank God, thank Michelle, thank the nonprofit that backed me up. When they heard my story, they just said, you know what, we like your story. We invite you to speak throughout the college, university, through this, through that. So I went through all those, and just to represent the people, the kids, especially innocent kid that during my time. I know I have if you want me to speak, I can speak all night, all day here. But I'm just making it short. That's why I become a leadership. And I just want to have a voice for the people that have no voice. Yeah. Thank you.
Before I share, I just wanted to say thanks again, Michelle, and thank you to the Commonwealth Club and the Bamboo for having me and providing the opportunity to share my story. And also, I'm so touched by all the people who came out tonight, including friends from college, friends from all different parts of my life. And thank you so much. So to answer the question about what triggered a civic engagement in me, I think my earliest memories of civic engagement and volunteerism have to go back again to my parents. I was in Thailand. I can't remember where, but they were on a medical mission. It was the first time I ever saw kids who had malnutrition, kids with cleft palates, kids missing limbs. And this was, it was probably in a refugee camp somewhere. I don't remember. I was maybe 5 or 6 or around that age. And I thought, here were all these people trying to help other people, regardless of their backgrounds, regardless of where they're from. And it made a huge impact on me. And as I grew up and moved away from New York, New Jersey, and came out to the West to go to college, back up a little bit. I said I moved to Thailand, and that was kind of rough. A couple years later, when I moved back to the U.S., it was again rough because, believe it or not, when you're 7 or 8, you can kind of forget. You can learn very quickly, but you also can forget very quickly. Found myself that I'd forgotten some English as well. So what a double whammy there, right? Thanks a lot. And then moving from the East Coast to the West Coast, talk about having arguments about pizza and, which coast is best, and it's just a different mentality whether you need to wear white before or after Memorial Day. What is that? That's an East Coast thing. Anyway, I digress. They are different cultures, right, within this great huge country of ours. But when I arrived at Stanford, I found for the first time my tribe. There was a prospective freshman thing with a marching band, and I went and I said to Mom and Dad, I said, can I just stay the whole week? And I did. I didn't want to go home, and it was the first time I saw people who kind of looked like me. And someone said to me, Ksenia, you can't tell the difference between a Korean, a Japanese person, a Cantonese person, a person from mainland China, a Thai person, a Laotian. I said, absolutely not, because graduating from West Orange High School, in New Jersey, I was one of 3 out of a class of 376 Asians. One was Cantonese, one was Filipino, and there was me. And we all looked and sounded very different. Joanne Velez and Vivian Ang, and then there was me. And everyone got us mixed up, even though our parents were very different, our families were very different. So to be in California, having my first sushi, having my first kimchi, it was like so eye-opening, and I felt like I found my tribe. And that's where I also met my husband, who's out in the audience too, wherever you are, can't see you. And I felt at home. And so I knew I had to get back and be here because there was this sense of open-mindedness that I hadn't experienced before. And so I was just, fortunate enough to be able to call it my home. So because I felt so welcomed in the community, I also felt really compelled to do things and bring forth my own heritage and really dig in deep and learn Thai language and culture. I brought monks to the dorm so that they could learn about Theravada Buddhism, and not all monks, are the same. And I was very active at the Asian American Community Center, putting on events and getting to know other cultures, other Asian cultures, and inviting friends regardless of background, to the A-Cube-C to enjoy all the different events. And some of my friends from that phase in my life are still here today, so thank you. But anyway, I just felt compelled to, having gone through the hardship of being othered, when you're welcomed back into the community, that sense of community is so strong and so loving and so binding and so healing. I felt I owed it to everyone. And today, that's the reason I serve on the Asian Women's Shelter Board, and I'm also very active in my Thai temple. So
it's wonderful, wonderful. Both of you, thank you.
Thank you.
For keep going and for being these inspirational leaders for all of us, and especially as the generations move on. And then we don't want to forget these experiences. I mean, okay, so my experience is really weird. Mom's alien, dad's a ghost. I think, at a very young age, it was so hard. Obviously, my dad died. My mom's raising these young kids. She doesn't speak a lot of English, doesn't speak any English till this day. I mean, I think she knows English, but I think purposely now that all her kids are grown up, she's like, I don't understand you guys. And it's on purpose. But it's not like she got, she went to school, she didn't go to college and have these high-paying jobs. And I remember just being so poor and so miserable. Like, we were miserable kids. So we lived in, what people describe as the projects, and we grew up with the African Americans, we grew up with, the Cambodians, we grew up with Vietnamese, and a lot of the young boys, especially the Asian Southeast Asian boys in our neighborhood, would get jumped into gangs or have a lot of activities where I feel that they were forced to. They had no other option because things were so hard, because our parents could only take, whatever jobs that they could. And I think that that's when in my brain as a young person where I was like, why is it so hard? Why does it feel so unfair? Why do we have to be treated this way, like differently? And I think that light bulb just kept growing and growing and growing until, I came out as an LGBTQIA plus person here in San Francisco, and knowing then, oh gosh, wow, they just keep stacking up the oppression medals for me here as, a poor person or an Asian person or a refugee person and now a queer person. It gets so unequal every single step that I was like, it should not be this way. And I want to be one of the people that shows a way in which we can exist in making it a much more just world. So no matter how hard it gets, because I know feels very hard, we don't ever think that we'll get back to a place where genocide, takes place. We'll get to that. I still believe, though, that it's upon us. And that's what we're doing tonight, is bring everybody together to love one another and have compassion. Not to make you cry right now, but we do need to wind down because we got a party to celebrate Songkran. But that would be my reason, is visibility is key for us. Sharing our lived experience and our stories is key. So we all can just understand each other a little bit more. And that's why I got involved. And then, things are a lot better as a queer Asian person. I get to sit up here, and it's such a privilege. But I also get to marry, this wonderful, amazing, most annoying person. I say that with a lot of adoration and love, but my wife, I get to say that, not only in the United States, but also in her home country, Thailand. So there are things that we can celebrate. Last question for us. And I think that we look back, we reflect. There were hard times. Now there are good times. And we're going to keep ebbing and flowing in life. But I don't think any of us up here think that we're ever going to give up. Now we have our careers, we have our profession, we have our community. I want you to end with sharing a little bit about what you're doing now, and even get selfish and talk about your books, talk about, what you're selling, because we should absolutely support small businesses, support our own people, and, keep moving us forward with success. But also your, New Year message, your New Year blessings for our young people. Kenya.
Thank you again, Michelle. Let me say one thing about being Asian in the United States is not easy. California is okay, but the rest of the state a little tough. Because people look at me different, look at Asian different. And I did that and tell them the truth of me, why I'm here, because I have no choice. I appreciate America, United States, that brought me, give me the chance to leave, to give me another opportunity. That's why I want to clarify, I want to let the American people know, especially the administration right now, I want them to know that I come here, I'm not taking advantage of anything. I give it back. I did, and I have evidence. Since I came to United States, my goal is to make a community better. I have proof. My poor wife I've been married with her for so many years. I never took her vacation. I spend my vacation day, spend my money just to build a school, to have kid community everywhere I went. And all those kids know me, remember me now, until now. And they know why I did it. Because I survived, and I don't want any kid. I don't want any the world happen to what done to like what I been through. It's not an easy test, and it's not good. I lost my family. They took my sister in front of me. They killed in front of me. So my goal is human right, human trafficking. And this is a country that we have opportunity, that we have voice, opportunity that give me the chance that what I want to do for the people, for community. That's why I did today, and I continue to do that. But I'm so sorry to my wife. I never took her vacation once for the past almost 30 years. I spent all my vacation, my money just doing volunteer, just that. And sorry again. Okay, thank you. Okay.
We got to get Kenya and his wife on vacation, team. Yes? Yes. We're behind you on this, Kenya.
Maybe a cruise or something.
Yeah. Yes, cruise. Cassini.
Before I answer the question, just something that's been top of mind, which is I learned that yesterday in City Hall there was a magnificent celebration and recognition of Thai New Year, Songkran, which just made me want to cry. I was so happy to see that, especially against the backdrop of what's happening, the atrocities of this administration currently, to be that beacon of light for the rest of the country and maybe even beyond the country and the world. It fills my heart, and I just feel so grateful and privileged to be able to live in our bubble of a world right now of safety. So anyway, a lot of gratitude there. Okay, the question was around what we're doing and
Yeah, no, this is your moment to shine. We're all here celebrating each other. You're on this platform right now, so tell us everything, what you're working on, what you're proud of, and then, a little quick celebratory message to our future.
Yeah, so what's the daughter of two physician parents and a physician's sister doing in communications, PR, and improv, and maybe stand-up comedy too on the side? Good question, right? I have been working in communications for about 30 years on the corporate track and decided to become a consultant to be able to pursue other interests, particularly my love of improv. And the one thing that I took from improv was the concept, if you all, any of you all have tried it, the concept of yes and instead of yes but. The concept of yes and is really simple. You're here to lift each other and support each other and to make each other look good. There's no outlandish offer or statement. The idea is to practice getting along, practice furthering the conversation, making progress together. And to be able to do that, there are a couple things that are required, but the most important thing that you need to be able to do that is to be able to be in the present. And to be in the present, what does that mean? That means not being on this thing, right? Getting off of all our screens. That means listening deeply. I call it extreme listening, right? It means speaking carefully and thoughtfully. And it also requires the ability to empathize deeply with one another. Even if you may not know what it's like to be in a refugee camp, or even if you may not know what it's like to grow up wherever, right? You can suppose and connect the dots and put things together and really, using those skills, learn from one another. And I think there's a lot that translates, into our discussion today in terms of belonging, in terms of acceptance, in terms of living in a world with diversity and difference in a constructive and positive way rather than a harmful, hurtful, and destructive way. And so for me, as I learned about improv, I found that any day I was practicing it, was people would say, how are you? You know, whenever I'd go to class, they'd say, how is it? And I'd say, great, and better now that I'm here in class. Because one, it gave me an alternate universe to protect myself during the COVID days and other days. And again, it was just so much fun and joyful to be able to pay attention really closely to the person next to you or to the people next to you and to give them your full attention and to, again, receive that gift in return. So long story short, that love of improv translated into a couple things. The idea of banishing the idea of perfection and taking some risks, right? One of the things I did at age 50 was to go back to school, and I went back to an executive education program. Some people are here from that program. Leaders, hello, thank you for coming. And that has been a phenomenal community for me as well, so super supportive. And they have, that's a year-long program, virtual program of 9-10 classes, and it's brutal. It sucks, but then when you're done, and you have this enormous community. And what I discovered was someone who also loved improv equally as much as I did, Kevin Meinstein. He became, through that process, we discovered our love of improv, decided we would bounce ideas off and didn't want to lose those ideas, so then we decided to get it down on paper. And that turned into a company, Creative Catalyst Works, creativecatalyst.com. And then a year later, fast forward, we have published our first book called Yes and for Success, professional.
Woo!
Yep.
All right.
So that's what that is, and it's just our love of improv and wanting to share how we can help each other connect better,
Yeah.
and with more joy. So
Next program, we're going to have you share a little bit of that improv, and we'll have Kenya share a little bit of those stone hands, maybe. How's your jab? How's it?
I asked him. I said, "Hey, were we going to do some moves today? We have some MMA fans out there in the audience."
Absolutely, I love to do that. People calling me Black Stone Hand, not because I put that name for myself, is because I hurt a lot of people with that thing, so, with my hand. So back then.
Do you want to just show us a little how quick your jab is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure. Do you guys want to see it? You guys want to see it?
So, I mean,
I'll hold the mic for you.
American kickboxing and Asian kickboxing, or American boxer, is completely different from my Cambodian boxer. So I learned adopt from the temple the way I did that success in the ring or outside the ring. So let me try. Let me stand that. Buddy.
Don't try it on me, but okay.
So the standing is almost the same American boxer, but the step is just a little step with the toes like this. Okay, so when I step, I stand like this, like American boxer. When I step, I just go, just like step. Yeah. So it's a different jab. They call it jab, but that's why.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, we need to take you on vacation. That jab is pretty fierce.
So that's why back in 1983 I entered to Olympic. Tried the Olympic try with Holyfield, Mark Brilliant, but I disqualified because I don't have a United citizen. So they took me out. I'm the only one person that won the state gold medal back in Indiana. I'm the only Asian that won the state medal. So I'm so down. And then I said, why? What happened to me? They said, well, you're not United States citizen. You shy a year and a half. So the attorney, they tried to put me in a line so I can represent the United States. In the end, they pulled me out, the same thing. So I wish that I did that. But like I said, the Black Stone Hand is not I put myself because I hurt a lot of people with my hand. That's very much. Yeah.
Let's give a big, huge round of applause for our speakers tonight. Kenya Proc, Kesini. Pronounce your last name for us again.
Ankastiri Yip. Oh,
Ankastiri.
Ankastiri Yip is the full name.
Perfect. Okay, Cassini has her book here. So right outside the door as we end here, you have a chance to get her book and she'll sign it. Kenya's book sadly didn't make it here on time, Blackstone Hands, but obviously his story is remarkable. Please see him if you'd like to get a copy and get connected, or see me, I can connect you. My last thoughts, look, I'm terrified at a lot of things. And so a comment to the future is, as a Southeast Asian person, as a Lao American, and no matter what, we always take care of our elders. Take care of our mom, we take care of our grandparents, we take care of our community elders, no matter what happens. And what's happening right now is terrifying as far as like Social Security, as far as like Medicare, Medicaid, as far as like refugees or immigrants and migrants. These are our stories. And they can't take that away from us. They can't take away the love that we have for our family and our community members. They certainly can't take away the power that we have to protect our elders. And so I want our future to remember that. Happy Songkran. Thank you so much again for being here with us tonight. We're going to transition into our performance before we head to the reception. And remember what I said earlier. We're all going to get engaged, so make yourself comfortable, take off your shoes, your earrings, your jacket, whatever you need to do, because we are about to rock the house. I'm going to ask for our volunteers to come up to help us remove the chairs and the table very quickly. And while I do that, I'll introduce to you our performer for tonight. I should say performers, but we have two vocalists. I would describe this as Cambodian rock, neo soul, a little bit of funk, psychedelic, but with some blessing and something very cultural and ceremonial. Are we getting in a fight? No. Yeah. Glasses. Yeah. Okay, awesome. And she actually was here at our first ever inaugural Songkran celebration last year, but as a panelist. And we played a music video of hers, but she did not perform. Well, you are in luck tonight if you were here last year and you were intrigued and inspired by her words and also the video, and she'll be performing for us. And so I'd like to welcome to the stage Bochan and the Siri Dance Group. Let's give a huge round of applause for our performance tonight.
phải mong ơi xăm sao phía sắp chân tiếng vì ơi anh khuyết ơi.
They're going to turn on my mic. Here we go. Happy Songkran New Year. Sosday, Cho Chnam Thmei. I'm Bochan, and this is my niece Angela. And I think, are you guys okay with having a little fun tonight? This is where you get to move, mingle, feel the groove, and enjoy the show. This first one's called Believe.
Don't you cry, you're gonna make it. Don't you cry, you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. Make it, make it, make it.
He works all day and night, striving in this new land to make a good life. 2 boys and a girl and his wife struggling through the flatlands below the city life. Oh, don't you cry, you're gonna make it through. You survived, you made it here alive. Dry those eyes, you're gonna make it. In you, believe in you. La da dee da, la ba da ba dee dee da, dee da da, ah ah. When daddy gets home, the kids are asleep, everyone feels alone. Words spoken get lost in translation. He feels the distance further and further between them. He wants to go back to the motherland. When he was the man, he had a plan. Oh, the good old days before the war, when there was meaning in everything to live for. Oh, don't you cry, you're gonna make it through. You survived, you made it here alive. Dry those eyes, you're gonna make it. In you, believe in you. Believe,
You're gonna make it.
believe,
You're gonna make it.
believe. La, la dee da dee da,
La ba da ba dee dee da da.
la, la dee da dee da,
La ba da ba dee dee da da.
la dee da dee da dee da dee da. Believe in you. Thank you guys, thank you. So I wrote that song. Thank you so much. Yeah, I wrote that song after college. I got this job for a nonprofit. I got to work with a lot of immigrant and refugee families, and that was when I really got to examine the life and the struggles of their everyday lives, navigating their concrete jungle and just the hopelessness, but then the strength and the resiliency that they have. And sometimes, so this song is just about you gotta believe in yourself and you're gonna be okay. This next one is a remake of a classic Cambodian rock song called Chnam On Daparmoy, which translates to I Am 16. It's a little different rendition, and if you came last year, you probably saw the music video. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. Chnam on the Premoy, Chnam on the Premoy. They tried to stop stop us.
They tried, they tried.
They tried to rob us.
They tried, they tried.
Like an upside
Like an upside down.
I survived. We survived.ឆ្នាំមុន16ឆ្នាំអូន16គ្មានព្រួយឡែកណាស់ហ្វាឡាឡាឡាអ្វីស្នេហាល្វីងជូរច័ន្ទឬផ្អែមឡាឡាឡាឡាឡាឡាឡា Can I love you? Can I love you? Hold, kiss, or hug you as you listen in or whistle in when singing our sonnet. It's new for you, it's new for me. Our energy is chemistry, and it would be a travesty if you and me would never be. Heart is missing, listen closer. Forget about the life and live your life how you're supposed to. We could be that love movie poster, see the view. But first things first, tell me who are you?
I am my woman, rising from the goal. They tried to stop us, they tried to rob us. Like an upside down, I survived, we survived.
I am my woman. We are my woman. They tried to stop us.
They tried, they tried.
They tried to rob us.
They tried, they tried.
Like an upside
Like an
down.
upside down.
I survived. We survived. ឆ្នាំមក16ឆ្នាំមក16គ្មានព្រួយឡែកណាស់ហ្វាឡាឡាឡាអ្វីស្នេហាល្វីងជូរច័ន្ទឬផ្អែមឡាឡាឡាឡាឡាឡា Hey la 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 la
La la la la la la la.
la 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 la
La la la la la la la la.
ឆ្នាំអូន16
ឆ្នាំមក16
ឆ្នាំអូន16
ឆ្នាំមក16
ឆ្នាំអូន16
ឆ្នាំមក16
Thank you guys so much. So that song, you know, that song is an original 1960s Cambodian classic rock song, and then I took it and did what I did to it. But you know, it's the story of a young woman, me, coming of age and discovering her own identity. And I also like to think about it as just our story, you know, coming of age and what the life of, you know, really identifying ourselves and seeing that there is a place for a diaspora. We can overcome the darkness and, you know, find the light after we can forget about that past and really make it through. So, yeah. So this next one is a special one that I wrote for you guys because I wanted to do something celebratory. It is a classic. It's a song that it's about dancing. So, you know, I'm going to ask for some folks if you guys are up for it. We call it Romvong, but I know some of you guys call it Salavan. So it's with a little twist. So here we go. Huh, 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 hey. សំឡេងរួមគ្នារន្ទើប្រតិភីក្លាហាននាំមកនៅជ័យជំនះកម្លាំងនឹងការប្រយុទ្ធយើងគឺដើម្បីសិទ្ធិសេរីភាពដែលមានតាំងពីកំណើតបងប្អូនប្រុសស្រីពូមីបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាយើងនាំគ្នារំវងឈានទៅមកលើកដៃឡើងទាំងអស់គ្នាយើងនាំគ្នារំលែកយើងរួមគ្នារីករាយយើងរួមគ្នាសប្បាយយើងរួមគ្នាដើម្បីសន្តិភាព We're in this together now.
We're in this together now.
You
our shadows, leave them behind. Come dance with me in the light. I want you guys to groove with me right here if you're feeling it. Huh, 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 hey. Huh, 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 hey. Huh, huh, huh,សំឡេងរួមគ្នារំទើប្រតិភិក្លាហាននាំមកនៅជ័យជំនះកម្លាំងនឹងការប្រយុទ្ធយើងគឺដើម្បីសិទ្ធិសេរីភាពដែលមានតាំងពីកំណើត Hey 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 បងប្អូនប្រុសស្រីពូមីងបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាយើងនាំគ្នារាំវង់ឈានទៅមកលើកដៃលេងកាន់ទាំងអស់គ្នាយើងនាំគ្នារាំលេងយើងរួមគ្នារីករាយយើងរួមគ្នាសប្បាយយើងរួមគ្នាដើម្បីសន្តិភាព Hey 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 we're in this together now you and I we can change the world thank you so much. Yeah, I was reflecting back on writing that song last night. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for the dancers. You guys really took the house down. Thank you. Thank you. I think the last thing, yeah, we're good. I just wanted to say, writing that song. Oh, are you guys there? Thank you. And I want to give another round of applause to the Siri dance troops. They were so beautiful. And then to Angela, thank you guys so much. I'm Bochan.
Thank you, Boshan. Thank you, the dancers, and thank you for the amazing performance. Thank you. All right, isn't that incredible? Let's give another round of applause to Boshan and the dancers. And now we would like to invite you up to the rooftop for the water blessing ceremony. This is another Shuri's ceremony that is really truly powerful during Songkran Day. It symbolizes the letting go of the past and also inviting hope, joy, and blessings. So I would like to invite you all to the rooftop, and you can continue to enjoy the festivities, continue to mingle, ask questions, and getting to know each other a little bit more. We all share different history, past, and this is really amazing opportunity to get to know each other. Let's continue to celebrate our Songkran festival up in the rooftop. Enjoy the view, and also don't forget the silence auction. Thank you.